Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to build smooth, multi-step forms that make signing up feel less like a chore and more like an experience. Alright, so we're working with a 3-step sign-up form using HTML, Tailwind CSS, and JavaScript. Each step collects different pieces of user info, name, email, and password, and it's got a slick progress bar to show users how far along they are. So, let's get started. Alright, first things first. Our HTML file. Create a basic HTML structure, and give our document a meaningful title. We will use Tailwind CSS CDN, a utility-first CSS framework for styling. I think most of you here already have a basic understanding of HTML and CSS. So, I will briefly mention a few aspects while omitting the more detailed elements of the HTML and CSS sections. Tailwind CSS is handling styling for us, so we don't have to write custom CSS. The body, main content. The body tag contains everything visible on the page. Tailwind class here. MinHScreen makes the body at least the height of the screen. BG, gray, 100, gives a light gray background. Flex, item center, justify center, centers the form horizontally and vertically. Next we will create progress bar and progress indicator. Stick through the video while I do this. A gray background, the full width of the progress bar, inside the gray container a blue bar visually represents the progress. Tailwind makes our life easier. We use utility classes to style elements quickly, like setting the background color, adding padding, or rounding corners. The progress bar here uses Tailwind's BG blue 500 to give it that clean blue look, and it dynamically resizes as we move through the steps. Now we will create our main form where with each step collects different pieces of user info, name, email, and password. We will also create a button to go the next step. Each step has different tags and Tailwind classes. Only the first step will be visible and rest of the steps will be hidden until the user clicks Next from step 1. With our first step where we will ask user to input name. Let's start and stick through the video. Now, we will move into our JavaScript part. First, create a script.js file and link it with our HTML file. First, select DOM elements and store it with variables, steps, next buttons, previous buttons, progress bar, and progress text. Let's initialize as the current step to 0 as first step. This showStep function is responsible for updating the visibility of form steps and the progress indicators. Here's a breakdown of how it works. The function takes a step parameter, which represents the index of the current step to be shown. It iterates through all step elements using steps.forEach. For each step, step.div, it toggles the hidden class. The second argument of classList.toggle is a boolean. This means the hidden class is added and the index doesn't match the current step, and removed when it does. Then progress percentage. Step +1 is used because step indices start at 0, but we want to show steps starting from 1. It updates the width of the progress bar. Sets the width style of progress bar to the calculated percentage. Finally, it updates the progress text. Sets the text content of progress text to show the current step number and total steps. This function is crucial for the multi-step forms functionality, as it handles both the visibility of form steps and the update of progress indicators, providing visual feedback to the user about their position in the form completion process. The functionality for the next buttons in the multi-step form. Here's a breakdown of how it works. NextButtons.forEach button. This iterates over all elements with the class nextStep, which are the next buttons in each step of the form. For each button, it adds a click event listener, button.addEventListener. Inside the click event handler, it first checks if current step is less than steps.length -1. This condition ensures that we're not already on the last step. If the condition is true, we're not on the last step, then current step is increment, moving to the next step. Then, showStep, current step, is called with the new step index, which updates the form to display the next step and updates the progress indicators. Then comes the previous buttons in the multi-step form. Here's a breakdown of how it works. PrevButtons.forEach button. This works over all elements with the class PrevStep, which is back buttons in the form. For each button, it adds a click event listener, button.addEventListener. Inside the click event handler, it first checks if current step is greater than 0. This condition ensures that we're not already on the first step. If the condition is true, we're not on the first step, then current step is decrement, moving back to the previous step. Then showStep, current step, is called with the new step index, which updates the form to display the previous step and updates the progress indicators. And that's it today. You just learned how to create a smooth, interactive multi-step sign-up form with a progress bar, all using HTML, Tailwind CSS, and JavaScript. If you found this tutorial helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more coding content. Got questions? Drop them in the comments. And if you're feeling extra awesome today, turn on notifications so you never miss a new tutorial. Until next time, keep coding, stay creative, and never stop building.